Yes, just to take you on board, we, after the successful World Cup, FIFA World Cup 2010, a legacy fund was formed, a legacy trust fund. FIFA transferred the funds to that trust. The trust will have its first meeting somewhere in April because of the non-availability of the FIFA General Secretary, because of the Brazil coming into the picture. The trustees come from civil society, business, Department of Sports, FIFA, ourselves, and yeah, those are the big group makes up the trust. And it's correct to say under the trust deed, it's indicated that the funds could be utilized for education or the other social needs, etc., etc. Perhaps as the time goes by, maybe such an application can be made in there. Whether they'll be able to give you the whole amount, it's another issue. Obviously, football development is on top of the agenda. That could be another way in which we could begin to look at that, depending on how such motivation for this fund is raised. That might also, take us somewhere. But besides that, I think from our side, we'll try and see what role we can play in terms of, playing a role in bringing something on board. It may not necessarily be the amount, because like I said, we survive or we live from what others give to us, and they expect us to account. When you're given, you also need to be careful how you give to the next person. I still wanted to take the matter back to what Mr. Mambu was indicating on federal relationship and what role we can play. Most of our rural areas are really having a big backlog in as far as facilities are concerned. And that's one area that we thought the army could be very, very helpful. You find there are playing fields that are hardly maintained. Yes. And I know you do have equipment in most of those military camps that are out there, where they could go grade a field, because all they need is just a level field. And at times plant grass if that grass has to be planted. We have put about 27 artificial taps throughout the country. We're still about to put 26 more, but that's not enough.
And some of the facilities can be, if they are in our environment, can be protected, because nobody come and vandalize something inside the country. Around us in Johannesburg, you've got a better unit called the 2-1 LMs. Yes. You've got the soccer pitch, you've got the rugby, some fields, and that are not underutilized. Just here next to Southgate, we've got what is called the Group 18. It has got 2 big soccer fields with a very big space for anybody to park. We've got a gym that doesn't have equipment, but those are facilities that if those utilized, it is for the cleanliness and the good of the base itself, but it is sure to have protection because we've got guards at the gate that one needs to get an authority to go in. I think, Mr. President, that will be done, although it's at a very higher level. Yes. Mr. Mambo, I think, because of those big guns that with the swords on top of the general state, they can influence it. Because from our minister's side, Mr. President, is just to the minister is trying to convince politicians to say, let us reintroduce the national service. That's the only way we can bridge the gap of our kids from grade 12 at age 18 to the 2 years of national service. Meaning when they get into university, I'm sorry to be color this time, white people were able to get it right because they got the 2 years where we take them up, discipline them during that very time that is very critical of teenagers having to realize their adulthood, and it becomes very contradictory in them, because when they get into the university, they're still not sure. They are exposed to their independence. First time they're staying with their parents. There's so many things that are there. Now with us, if we take them for 2 years, we blessing them so much that when they are 20, they are on their own. They can prepare their beds. They'll never smoke and throw cigarette. Our grounds are neat and clean. So this will create something. So I really support that. I wish the minister can get support from the politicians to say, please let us introduce national service.
You must tell the minister she's got our full support because we really need the country needs a lot of discipline. Our kids are not. And it's a terrible state of affairs. It's a terrible state of affairs. It's painful when you look at it and say, but where are we going if we go in this way? But let's keep our fingers crossed. We might get to that. But from a football perspective, we did, like he said, interacted with the minister. And she was clear to say, look, let's make this thing work. At some stage, there were already advances from the military to say, let's have those that are not in the national team at lower level bring their CVs. They want to see how they could bring them on board, take them for 6 months and see if they are interested, then take them into the system, particularly on the health side, which is what we need if we need to make a difference.
We've got a program that has been established, that the one that we're taking the youth, but it's unfortunately we've done it wrong again because we take them for 2 years, and after 2 years, if you didn't qualify, they go back to the civil street. But now we have created the killer machines. Oh yes, we have trained them like the same that they are all trained. And after 2 years, when he's 20, if the system doesn't take him, we're saying that child must go and join. Now they go and empower criminals. This is where some of these things are trying to be sorted out. But I think somebody somewhere is listening. At the level where we are being trained to be able to strategize and help the government in that regard to make inputs that would say, this is probably how we think it can be solved. But you only make a suggestion, you can never force it. Correct. The good part about South Africa is that the army is under control of the civil military government. That's what gives an advantage to this country to say, no military men direct our forces.
Well, unless otherwise, we should thank you for this wonderful time. This is not the last time that we're meeting. Rather, it's the first time, but we anticipate further interaction with the many programs outlined here. It will be a pleasure to be part and parcel of certain activities that are happening out there. We believe for us to grow, we must continue to learn. And sometimes when we're sitting wherever we are, we aspire to want to know how an institution like the army is that disciplined. And for some of us, it's a privilege to begin to build this relationship so that we also learn from you as we lead others. I want to thank you.
Give them to you, sir.
Yes, that's better.